Go.
Hello, my name is Nate Howard. I'm the creator of Potbelly Mammoth comic series on potbellymammoth.com as well as Mammoth Press, and we're glad to be a part of the Visioncon 2020 drink and draw, like live right here on Visioncon's stream. It's a pretty cool opportunity. Some really interesting ways to do this, but so far so good. Do I go ahead and introduce everybody else?
Go ahead and go and introduce everybody else. And ladies and gentlemen, my name's Zach Wilson. I'm the host of Virtual VisionCon 2020. And I'm going to let Nate introduce each one, or really just call on them and they can introduce themselves.
Yeah, you guys know you better than I do. I mean, I've known you guys for a while, but go ahead. Anna, how are you?
I'm good. I guess this is the first time I've done a live feed like this, so it'll be interesting.
You're doing with us all the time, then.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Pretend like we're not here, Anna.
If you guys have websites or anything, I can definitely link them in the comments.
Sure. Yeah, my graphic design and illustration side of Mammoth Press is at mammothpressllc.com. You can find me on social media. That's usually how people get a hold of me. And then also Potbelly Mammoth is a independent comic series that I draw since 2014 that at potbellymammoth.com. But Volume 2 is currently being fed on Patreon at patreon.com/potbellymammoth. And with Volume 2 book coming out probably within the next year.
Awesome.
And Nate sent us a video. It is on the YouTube channel. You can check it out with links.
Oh yeah. Did you guys air that? I missed it.
It's on YouTube. We'll be sharing them next week on Facebook, but it's on YouTube now.
Yeah. That's fine.
All of the panels have been going long, so I haven't had a lot of time to share vendor videos, but I'm going to try to get in, since tomorrow's schedule is a little light, I'm going to try to get in as many, actually all of the vendor videos if I can, into that live stream, since it's a lighter schedule. And so it'll be shown both on the live stream and on the YouTube and Facebook.
Very cool.
Okay, Anna, how about you next? We did you, didn't we?
Yeah.
Dan.
Dan, have you introduced yourself yet?
Yeah, Dan.
Yep, Dan, I don't have anything to plug.
Well, just introduce yourself.
And you can plug yourself.
Yeah.
Just can find me at Instagram on DMS Dragon.
Yeah.
Right.
You should
All right,
do
well,
that. He's
thank
got
you,
good stuff on there. He's a very talented artist, very creative cartoonist. His Instagram's full of great work. Just yeah.
And we would
I
be,
got linked, brother.
Thanks, Nate.
we would be remiss if we didn't give Gary Bedell a chance to introduce himself.
What's up, guys? Gary Bedell here. www.artistgarybedell.com. Same name, Instagram, Facebook. Makes it all easy to find. And if you go to my website, you can go to my Instagram or my Facebook from there as well. Also, go check out graveyardslaughter.com. Get you a copy of Graveyard Slaughter. Hold on. This guy right here. If you don't have a copy of this, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Oh, we can say that, right?
Yes,
But
yeah,
you
exactly.
don't have that, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know.
Gary, I got it.
Good. I know something.
Yeah.
And
Right
also,
here.
there's going to be a sequel. We're working on the sequel. So,
Woo.
and
I'm gonna sign my-
Gary, you weren't here earlier. I've also got Miss Hiss behind me.
what's that?
I've also got Miss Hiss behind me.
Oh, cool. I just put her in my portfolio, actually.
Nice.
Yeah,
Gary designed 2 brand new monsters for our Playco Games board game.
yeah, it's really
love
fun
that.
too. It's really, really fun because it's like it's different, not necessarily a different style than what I do, but it's definitely different subject matter-ish compared to what I normally do. I like it. I really like working on the IP. It's cool.
Okay.
Does anybody know why I erased my crude drawing of myself? And like on my monitor, it's all erased, but on the live stream, at least in here or on your screen, Nate, it's like black.
Oh, interesting. Hold on.
But like, okay.
Did it go away on yours?
I mean, yeah, the black went away, but I can still see bits and pieces of mine on your screen, but on my screen, I don't see it. Is that,
Okay.
you see it on
It
yours?
looks like even on your layer on the right side, it looks like it still sees it.
That's weird.
I think you might be on my layer.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know.
I'm seeing the blue on Zach's, but yeah.
I do apologize, Anna.
So, I mean, I can do it different.
Well, I told you,
just-
you could totally sabotage each other's art. Like
Yeah.
that's a real thing.
Well, I hadn't
We
really
put
done
this
I hadn't
together
started anything
yesterday
yet,
quickly, everybody, so please
sure.
bear with us. It's going to be fun.
We had a question. Are you guys just drawing together on the same screen, or are you guys having a prompt?
Right
I got
now, we're
prompts.
just
Yeah, we're just doodling right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got the first
dude,
prompt when you guys are ready.
Yeah, you're gonna have to prompt Deanna and I because we're old school. I've got a pencil and paper.
yeah. No, that works totally cool too. I mean, that's
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do because James is gonna join, so he'll probably take my seat.
okay.
So I'm gonna scooch over.
Who's working on paper?
Me and Deanna.
Nice.
The non-artists.
Yeah, the non-artist.
I don't know. I've heard stories about this Ninja Turtle that I have yet to see.
I'd also like to see that Ninja Turtle, Deanna.
I meant to share it on our page and I just forgot. I have a photo. I will share it.
That's fair.
I'm
My
an
bathroom
artist,
wall
but
drawings are pretty killer, though.
The what?
My bathroom wall drawings are pretty killer, though.
Oh.
So are you guys ready for the first prompt?
Yeah.
You know what I didn't
Oh,
do
yeah.
is I did
I
not
don't think there's
grab
like
my
a
timer.
massive wipe key, so I'll just have to.
Yeah, I think you just got to use the eraser.
Now, how long do you usually get is 5 minutes plenty to draw something? Is that too long?
Like 2 hours,
Okay.
7 to 10 days.
Make it super intricate. That's just my thing. Like, don't make it super intricate, and we're good.
I mean, I don't do this for a living, nor will I ever. So as much time as you can give me personally.
You aren't missing anything.
Oh, hush, Mr.
Well, I'm going to tell
Every
you
now and
the
then you're
first
invited on a
prompt.
live stream, and
Since it's the first one, to give you a minute to think, it's an easy one to start. But it needs to be good because you will use it for your second prompt.
Oh God.
Okay?
I'm not drawing anything
Wow.
below the waist.
no pressure. Jesus.
No pressure. First, I just want to stay with the theme of the times. The best ever, most creative, amazing, everybody has to have it, quarantine mask.
All right, bet.
oh,
So we're drawing quarantine mask.
Yeah, I mean, you can put it on a person, but it has to be the most amazing mask that everybody has to own.
Oh shit.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Make them fashionable.
fashionable, huh? All right.
And I forgot my timer, so I'm just watching the clock. You have approximately 5 minutes.
Okay, so this isn't starting out so bad.
I should work in Photoshop. I'm gonna do that for the next round, I think.
Boom. There. Done. Give me the prize.
That looks like somebody bending over.
No, it doesn't. Go home, Gary.
Okay, I'll go to Photoshop. I am home. Wait a minute. Man, I almost left my own house. No, I'm joking.
You know the worst thing about this is I'm actually kind of proud of it.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Ugh.
I mean, brag about it. Jeez.
Now, Nate, did you say we can separate these drawings once they're done to see them individually?
Well, yeah, we can hit the eyeballs to show like each
Okay.
of them individually so that you can get rid of all the extra noise.
Oh, can you guys see mine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the little the mask at the top there.
If you want to call it
Skull
that.
and crossbones.
Yeah,
It's still okay. I guess I can kind of see it. How you?
the kind of Jolly Roger style.
I mean,
Zach, I'm not drawing one. I panicked.
Nah.
I'm just enjoying.
I'm
How
in.
long do you have? Do I not have any more time?
You've got about 3 more minutes.
Okay, I got that.
I know who's in the middle. I think.
Man, this takes a lot of getting used to. I might switch over to Photoshop next round and just share
It's
my
harder
screen.
next round.
Yeah, you can do that probably.
Yeah, because this is just a kick in the balls, man. Jeez.
And hey, everybody watching, I've only got a couple of prompts, so I'm going to start asking for ideas. And if you have something good, throw it out there. It's probably better than what I came up with.
Who's this?
I have a box of just random things, and then people draw like 2 at a time. You get some pretty.
I will give you H2O.
No,
As good as it's gonna
I
get.
don't know what that blue thing is. It's not on my screen, but no, I will give you 20
Somebody
bucks.
just drawing on.
Oh,
Gotta hedge my bets.
Okay, who's drawing in red?
Hey,
Okay, really?
what?
color.
You just gotta flex like that? Really, Gary?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're getting stick figures next time. What are you going to do?
Lori Moore says this is cool because usually we don't get to see the process while you draw. I totally agree. I love watching that.
Well, right now we're in good spirits because we're, on camera, but usually there's a lot of cursing and swearing and.
Oh yeah, we're the super swearers, man.
Hey, Robbie Risk only got 2 words in that were
I was real
inappropriate.
proud. I was real proud.
That's impressive.
You got 2 words in. Oh yeah, no, at the very end though, like after
I
you.
think he thought he was off.
Yeah, he definitely
So
did.
I was wondering if you guys were cringing because Zach turned off his feed, but then you could still hear him. I didn't know if he was excited or if he was.
Oh God.
It was
He
funny.
was awesome. That was awesome.
You only did what the rest of us were thinking.
Well, I love Robbie Risk's work, and so, I just needed a minute. I swear I thought I hit the mute button.
We're down to a minute.
Oh, wait, we still have
Good
time? Oh, dang it. Okay.
I was dying, Zach. I was like I was moderating the chat and I was just losing it.
Being one of the top and most embarrassing things.
No, that was very good. You matched his energy really well. I know he's been cooped up in that house for a while, and
Well, I've been doing MC stuff and like hosting stuff, for a long time now, doing public speaking. Though I gotta say, the biggest thing that helps me a lot is having ADHD.
Tiny on my screen, Marissa. I can't see it.
Gotta be honest.
actually, a fun fact in my feed there's these really tall Ninja Turtle figures from the movies, like right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave the Michelangelo one to Robbie last year's Visioncon, and I gave him a Sharpie, and I said, "Here, have fun." And I can get a closer shot of it if you want, but he spent half an hour destroying Mikey's front shell.
Oh my God, absolutely.
So
Yeah, really show that off later.
Oh, you mean what George Lowe did to my copy of Danger Doom? He signed my copy of Danger Doom, and he just wrote graffiti the hell out of the whole thing.
yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my God, you're right.
And he came back to my table actually to talk about the book, and he went on.
You guys know you have like 30 seconds, right?
Oh yeah.
What's going on
Wow.
with your toys?
Why are you guys so good?
I hope we are. We get paid to do this stuff.
Develop talents of a misspent
Is
youth.
it just
I was just born with it,
sharing
Marissa.
the screen?
I know, Zach. I was mainly talking about you.
No, for real though. You guys see these blue spots though, or am I going crazy?
I do on my screen.
No,
Yeah.
we had them too.
Okay.
Like mine were showing up
I
on
can-
theirs thing. That's why I'm going to.
Oops,
Yeah, I think everybody.
my bad.
Who did that?
Me. I confused the paint bucket with a. Yeah, it's not on mine.
It's on Zach's layer.
Inspiration for mine.
I don't see it on
Yeah.
mine when I'm on my.
Okay, so here's my map.
Yeah, I think you're still in my area.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a dragon.
I see that.
Yeah.
I do see that.
Oh, I got you. That's a cool mask.
Oh, nice.
Guys, technically it's been over 5 minutes.
The only reason I'm capable of doing that is because I know how to contour my cheek, and that's it.
There you go.
Next.
So, I don't know. Should we vote on a favorite? Should we just enjoy them? What do you guys want to do? This is very relaxed.
Okay, we have some prompts.
Well, I have one more for this one.
Well, oh, you have
There's a
one
part 2 to this.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
So I guess we're gonna let you have. Is 5 minutes enough for a comic cover? Because it's gonna have to be.
Yeah, if I draw it like.
No, it's supposed to be Free Comic Book Day. I am super bummed. I do not have a pile of free comics to read tonight.
This kind of sucks.
No.
I better read pile still though, so.
Well, that's true. I didn't read all of last year's yet, but I still want more. But my point is, I would like this mask to be the center of the front of your Free Comic Book Day comic of life in quarantine. Or bonus points if you can think of a much more clever title than that.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna leave out of the drawing app, and then I'm gonna open Photoshop because it's a lot easier for me to work in. Let's see.
Okay, and I've actually got my timer now, so we're doing 5 minutes this time.
So we're turning our image into a comic cover.
You erase this, Deanna?
Can it be like thumbnail size? Because 5 minutes for a comic cover is insane. I'm not even. No, I'm joking.
Because you asked, no, Gary, I want super detail in yours. Everybody else's could be super plain.
That sounds about right.
That sounds fair. Okay, 5 minutes starts now.
We're taking our current image and turning it into a comic
Yeah,
page.
that's the cover of the comic with hopefully a better, more clever title than Life in Quarantine.
Actually, Deanna, I've been drawing since you said the prompt because I'm not as good as the rest of these people and I don't care about rules.
I don't
That
think
works
there's-
for me.
Yeah, it's not cheating.
All right.
I'm gonna use mine and build into it.
Hey, Clyde said he posted his Ninja Turtle on our event page, so everybody check that out. Thank you, Clyde.
Yeah, I think he had one just like, did he have one just like mine? I saw another one floating around last year.
Yeah? No, his freehand Ninja Turtle.
Oh, okay, okay.
One mask disappeared completely. What happened?
How much time do I have?
3.5 minutes.
Shit.
Oh, no.
I feel like there needs to be a rectangle around these.
Well, I don't want to get into the person behind me, the person next to me, as much as I already have.
Well, it's a layer, so he can separate them so we can look at them.
Yeah, you can actually drag your layer and move it anywhere on the screen, and it won't affect anybody else's. So you can relocate. If you grab the the arrow tool up in the corner, like up here, you can actually just grab your image and just drag it anywhere.
Okay, well, I don't have that access to that because I've got this split with the chat.
Okay,
So
I'll move mine over then.
To that?
Aaron Snape would like to know what everybody's drinking.
Water.
Would you?
I'm not trying.
Gary, you're cheating.
Gary? You know what, Gary? You already have an advantage over me. Knock it off.
We were the kids in school whenever the teacher was like, hey, now after this next lesson, you get to draw what we learned. And everybody came to, and turned to us. We were cool then. Only then.
That's it, though. Nothing after
We were
that.
cool kids again at the cons until other people had to participate, and then now we're enemies again.
This is what I'm drinking. It's called Hard Seltzer Blackberry from Mother's Brewing Company.
Mother. Marissa, during your social stretch, I finished all my tequila.
Excellent.
But I knew I'd be here a while, so I got back up.
Yeah, I'm going to go get the whiskey in just a moment.
Here we go. Then your drawings will match the artist.
You guys getting ready to turn up, huh? Look at y'all.
We've been working all weekend.
Yeah, where's
What is
that?
We're about to turn up, boy.
My timer says 1 minute.
Oh, good for you, Deanna. You know I love you. I would do anything for you.
I do, so I didn't say anything. What'd you say? You'd bend over for me?
Yes, only you. Before I got on as Natasha, Deanna was like, do not bend over. We'll see your cleavage. And I was like, only for you.
When I got up from the chair, my wife was afraid that I was, you know, I don't have a my pants up, so you know.
I know we're in quarantine, but everybody's wearing pants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shorts.
No. I mean,
Whatever else you sleep at
Have a
night.
bodysuit on. Dan, are you even wearing a shirt? Because all I can see is your head.
Yes.
listen, it's Vision.
As far as I'll go.
As far as I'll go.
Okay, stop.
Like a news anchor. He's not wearing pants from the bottom down.
Guys, my timer went off. It is
Wow.
time to title your drawings.
At least let me get,
layer by layer.
because I had to resolve the whole thing. So hold on, let me put my title on there.
Yeah,
Put your name on it so people can tell us who they like.
I'm gonna stick with the description as also my title for mine.
Zach's is titled, I will give you $20. Please pick me. If you couldn't tell.
I feel pretty confident with this, not gonna lie.
It's a good title.
Thank you. I'm pretty proud of it.
mine
was
is
it?
called mine's called Danger Dragon.
Oh, I dig
Danger
it.
Dragon.
Wear your mask, don't die. That's all I got, you guys. Let's take a in the comments. Should I drink gin or should I drink whiskey? Because both are an option.
Gin, next question.
Oh,
Yeah, you can-
Sandra.
My man.
I like your comment.
That and I don't like dark liquors, so that's why.
I
Oh,
like
got a
them
good old, Boulevard Wheat. I don't think I answered that, that last question.
Felicia, I see you in the chat. Hello, my love.
So, Nate, can we see layer by layer? I think everybody's cheating and still drawing.
Oh yeah, that I
Put my
was.
title on. I'm done now. You want to see it?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I gotta share screen now. If I do
Okay.
it.
I got that is so cute.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna steal the screen. Oh,
This is
yeah,
all I got done. I switched to a different thing.
What? Oh, sorry.
Is that working? No.
I think we got on the screen right now. I think we got Zach. So.
We have Zach and then I think Gary's original drawing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have my cover on Photoshop though. I'll have to like share screen to show it though.
Zach, are we able to do just one person at a time in the thing? Because the boxes are so small, I can't see.
Let me see. What do you mean by that? Yeah.
Sandra,
Yeah.
so is that, I'm going to take that as a vote for Jen.
Yeah, I agree.
Jen makes you sin, is what Sandra said.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't there a way in Zoom where you can see one person at a time?
Oh, yes. But we're sharing, you mean like the face? Or do you mean they're
Either
drawn?
their screen or if they hold up a paper.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm working in Photoshop, so I'd have to share my screen
So yeah,
eventually.
Gary will share his screen soon of his art, and then me and Zach are still in the program, and Dan is still in the program, right?
No, I've got Procreate open.
if you want
Okay.
to,
Actually, here, I'll just do this. He has the best idea there. Here.
That's what I'm saying. We need each screen big because unless it's just me, I can only see tiny little thumbnails.
I have an idea. Give me one sec.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, there, I did it. Gary, show it again.
Oh, share screen?
Yeah, well, just to the computer screen, what you just did, do it again.
Oh,
I
the camera. Yeah, hold on.
Brandon Shane's in the chat, you guys. President Gopher. I call
Yeah.
him Gopher because
There you
he was
go.
Gopher.
Yeah, I just see thumbnails.
Why? No.
It's awesome, Gary.
Oh, no. Does everybody else? No? Okay. That didn't work.
Six back. Nice.
Okay, that didn't. Okay. I think
looks
it's
like
okay. I know why that
Stop sharing mine.
Well, yeah, you can stop sharing yours because that idea didn't work because we're still sharing Nate's screen.
I can stop mine if it'll make
stop yours real quick, and that would have worked. But okay.
Oh, okay, I can see better.
Hey, Gary.
Yes.
Want to do that one more time?
There's a demon in the mask now. On Dan.
No,
I like it.
Okay. All right. That should work. Okay. Hold it.
Six back.
Wait, hold on.
All right.
All right, watchers, we're gonna be voting.
Okay. Okay, Gary, say something so the thing will go to
Yo,
you.
it's me. It's Gary B. How's it going?
Why isn't it working?
Yeah, where the full screen would switch to him.
Yeah. Because
It
say
is on my tablet, not my computer. I don't know why.
Gary, sing for us.
La, la, la.
Okay, there we go. Now it works. That's weird.
well done, Gary.
Thank you.
You can share your screen now, Nate.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta do like the play on words somehow. It's like, what kind of title can I do? Oh, six pack. Yeah, it's like 6 pack.
There's that.
We were talking about liquor. I was like, oh yeah, there it is.
So what is your say, Zach? I will give you
Yeah, I don't know why it's broken up on that because on mine it looks fine. But my title.
$20 if you pick me.
Yeah, my title and description for my art piece is "I will give you $20. Please pick me."
Yeah, I'll vote for that.
There you go.
And then here. Oh well, hold on. Yeah, I'll just move mine over here, baby.
Visioncon representative asks, "Can you pin the video feed, Zach?" Yeah, that's what I did, and it didn't work. I think it's because we're sharing Nate's screen.
A cat in the screen looks like every Zoom chat I've watched so far in
That's
quarantine.
been my life. Yeah. When my cat Maisie was little, she was fascinated with my mouse, so she would sleep under my monitors. And every now and then, when I'm in here working, this is my life. Of course, I don't have the Mortal Kombat, ventilator on my face.
We have somebody joining us.
Yes.
I assumed it was one of your friends.
Is that your friend Ruth, Nate?
Who's this?
Ruth?
Yes, husband.
Well, they're
James.
Oh, that's right, James. Yeah. and-
Camera.
Hey, I unmuted you, Ruth. How are you?
I like it.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We called you Ruth because you show up as Ruth on Zoom.
Is this a pal or is this?
Oh, this is Anna's husband,
Oh,
James.
okay.
He-
Hi.
he's been with us this whole time. He's just officially joining.
Oh, okay. You'll have to activate your video.
I don't have a video camera.
Oh, got you.
You know, the only thing we got is Anna's laptop, and I'm just fine without showing my ugly mug.
Well, we didn't really get voting done, and I'm going to give this round to Ruth.
Is James like behind you right now? He is
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
I got the beer, what's left of it.
Yeah. In a flask? What is that?
No, it's a beer glass.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So for the next one, I had a Harry Potter fan give me an idea.
Shit, I don't know a lot about Harry Potter.
Deal with it.
They know.
I'll just use my knowledge of books and magic and apply.
That's why this is funny, Gary.
Well, the Bogart vanishing spell is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Because you face the thing you fear the most, you say the spell, and it turns into something silly that doesn't scare you.
Okay.
So I want you to take your deepest, darkest fear, but draw it silly.
All right.
Deanna, how do you draw loneliness? I don't understand.
You just draw nothing.
That's an artist problem, Marissa.
How do you draw submechanophobia?
First, you look it up.
I was about to say.
It's basically man-made objects sunk underwater, like shipwrecks and park benches and kids' playground equipment
Don't
underwater.
go underwater, Nate.
No, water's fine. I just don't want to see man-made things. It's like like figments of real life that don't exist anymore. It's like haunting.
No. See, I don't like snakes, but snakes in water are worse.
Well, sure.
But, okay, I'm going to give you guys 10 minutes for this, as long as you talk the whole time you're drawing.
Okay.
Is there a more efficient way to erase?
I haven't found it.
All right, fair enough.
I don't know if there's like
What are you using?
My keyboard.
You can. There's arrows at the top. If you hit the left arrow, it deletes the last thing you did. It's like an undo.
Oh, okay. Well, that undoes my erasing, so I guess that didn't really work. But good to know for the future.
No, I just take the eraser tool and make it really big, and then.
Yeah, I don't have access to the left panel because of.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
For everybody watching, if they want to stick around for one more, because this is taking us way longer than we expected, I need types of characters, like horror villains, superheroes, fantasy, just some type of character, and occupations. They don't have to match. I'm going to pick a couple and mash them up later.
All right, so my biggest fear drawn silly, correct?
Yes, is everybody ready to start?
Yeah, I'm going to get alcohol.
I'm starting the timer anyway, honey.
That's the most thing I've heard all week. I need that.
All right, you guys have 10 full minutes, but I want you to entertain us while you draw.
All
Double
right.
entertain us.
Shit. Okay.
More people were excited to vote on gin or whiskey than give us drawing prompts.
All right, children. While all these actual artists draw, Black Widow's going to teach you how to make a gin and tonic.
Please.
Get it up. Put ice in it or don't. I'm not going to because I don't like watered down gin. Get a little shot glass with measurements on it. That was English. Find the measurements. Fill it to the line that's closest to the top but isn't the top. Put it in your glass. Get your tonic. Mine's the batch tonic because I'm not pretentious, but I am bougie. Fill it halfway. Put that in your gin. Give it a little shake. Don't get too drunk. You're welcome.
Thank you, Marissa. Now, I just want to say for the people, before you guys vote, mine has a story behind it. So just bear that in mind.
That's for the viewers to decide, Zach.
No. He has his own backstory.
That's fair. I was like, let the viewers see what the art means. Hello.
Well, if that's the case, then it should be pretty obvious what he is.
I adore you. I can't even tell you, Zach. As your friend, I am so proud of you for all the things that you have accomplished this weekend, aka hosting a literal con.
Listen, Marissa, I love you very much. You were a very important friend to me, which is why you should know that it's very easy to make me cry. And I really don't want to do that in front of all of these people that I actually really do respect as much as I'm shit talking. So I'd
like to see you cry.
Let's just say I love you and let's stop there.
Yeah, well, they're trying to draw stuff. I'm actually just drinking at this point, so I don't even think they're paying attention to us.
Oh no, I can hear you.
I need you guys to keep giving us ideas for prompts, and please read the ones that are coming through because they're fun.
They are fun.
I'm not reading them to you guys yet because I'm going to pick a couple of them. I'll surprise you.
Okay, I'm going to ask the artists some questions just so we can maybe talk about your work a little bit. First of all, I want to talk about Anna. Anna, do you have a website or anything for your art? Because I know you didn't mention anything earlier.
Well, I'd have a DeviantArt account. But right now, officially, aside from that, not really. I've been going to school to get better at what I'm doing.
For sure.
So.
Do you have an Instagram or anything where you share your art? We can link to anything that you'd like, your DeviantArt or an Instagram or anything.
Yeah, let me see.
I've got my computer here. If you let me know what your URL is, I can add it into the chat for you.
Okay.
Oh, I wish we could see everybody drawing.
I know.
Now I really wish we could see everybody drawing.
I like
Okay,
because it reminds me of the Adult Swim bumper music. I love that. This is great.
Yes. Okay, here's a question for our. What do you think has been the biggest influence on your artwork and the style of your artwork? And how has it evolved from there?
Who's gonna answer that?
Anybody?
Okay, repeat it. Will you repeat that one more time? I'm getting a lot of feedback. I don't know where it's coming from.
Does anybody have a computer open with the speaker on?
Yeah, I do. Hold on.
There you go. So what?
Okay.
Repeat it one more time.
Okay, what has been the biggest influence on your work, and how has your art style evolved the most from?
I don't know. So like you're asking like the influences to our work and
Like when you find your style, you know, and you start kind of tweaking it and making it your own. Like talk about that process.
well, I'm gonna tell you one thing about style, right? When you're doing art, and even if you're starting out, well, first of all, you need to be more concerned with learning the fundamentals, learning your foundations before you think anything about your style. The style comes from the way you execute the things you've learned, like the way you execute like the fundamentals and the foundations of art. So like that's why you get people who understand it, that are influenced and inspired by people, and you get little bits in their work, and people who just directly rip off people, and they're just a clone of another artist. That's the big difference there. So the fundamentals are important than the style. The style is very important of artists, and they want to just take like this shortcut to everything. No, there's no such thing as a shortcut. There's no such thing as a finish line. It's all about just learning, man. Just learn, and then your style will evolve from that. And you're never gonna stop learning. It's never like this peak that you're gonna get to and say, "Oh, I'm badass." Like you're gonna get to that, and then you're gonna see a bigger peak. And you're like, "Holy shit, I want to climb that peak." And then you're just gonna keep seeing those as time goes on. When you stop because you got your style down, then you're dead in the water at that point. You know, because you're not pushing it forward. You're not moving it forward. You're comfortable, and when you're comfortable, you become very dangerous in your art.
2 minutes.
That when you find that peak, that maybe that's kind of where some people might plateau a little bit and might find themselves in I don't know how to say this for artists, but like writer's block type of situation.
Burnout or block, artist block, burnout, that kind of thing. So you want to know if we have burnout or anything like that?
Yeah, like how do you combat that? Because I feel like that's probably something that everyone deals with.
Oh, okay. I can give you some things that I do personally because I used to struggle with it really bad.
Gary, can you just hold 1 second? Who has the music background?
I think that's me.
Will you turn it up? I'm sorry to like ask you to do that, but I think that's kind of the background noise.
Yeah.
Oh, so turn it up?
Turn it off.
Oh.
I think somebody might have their Facebook volume on too.
Oh, I have my site.
You echo really.
Oh, you do, Anna?
Yeah.
What is it?
I have
Okay. It's deviantart.com/AOI-RYU.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so Gary, go ahead.
Okay, repeat that one more time. I'm sorry.
It was just like when you get in that plateau, when you get in that block, what do each of you like to do to maybe pull yourselves out of it? And kind of
let
get
them answer first. Let them answer first. I'll answer last since I went first last time.
Actually, that's 10 minutes.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm already done, so.
She tricked you, Gary.
I know.
Bamboozled.
Always.
Yeah, I'd love to Anna, Dan, and Nate on that question whenever you guys are done showing your art.
Yeah, if we could figure out how to show them one at a time and tell us your fear and why it's silly. I would like the group to tell us who their favorite is.
Who goes first?
I mean, I'll go first. Okay, so my masterpiece was this. Okay, so my fear is spiders. I'm definitely afraid of spiders. So it's silly because let me tell you a quick story. Okay, so Sylvester, the spider, is on the run because he was found guilty of insider trading. So he has a top hat to establish himself as part of the 1%. This is his briefcase full of money. This is the cop Scorpion, and you can't really tell that he was a cop, so I wrote cop on his back. And then here is Sylvester the spider's best friend. No, not Gary. I was thinking any other name besides Marvel the Crab, because he has his hands up because he was arrested. That's my.
Oh,
Oh, I hope you guys went into that much thought, because that was a lot of creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was pretty funny.
yeah. We should probably do like a drinking novel right.
Next year.
All right. Step
After
up to
the
the
real
plate,
con,
sluggers.
because the real con's going to happen.
Step up to the plate, sluggers.
All right. Well, that's not it. So here's mine. Since I couldn't figure out anything, I spend most of my time trying to come up with a way to draw my fear. I think I'm afraid of alligators.
Okay.
I've never met one in person. I'm pretty sure they don't exist in the real world. So I drew one showing off his or her booty in some pinup style. But the anatomy of an alligator with a model is well, you got the shiny booty like right in here. So, you know.
Very come
Like
hither,
cupping her,
welcoming.
you know, so
I would not be afraid of that.
I mean, that alligator's thick with 9 C's.
yeah, so you know, I mean,
Can I tell a quick alligator story?
Yes.
yeah.
So one time, my best friend's parents live in Florida. So one time we went down there for vacation in the summer after high school. And we decided to rent some bicycles on an island. And we were riding along a bike path. We get to the end of this bike path, and there's like nowhere we can go. We have to turn around and go back. We turn around to go back down the bike path where we came from, and we see a sign that says alligator habitat. Beware. We had rode 6 miles into a alligator habitat unknowingly, and we get back out to the bike rental place to return our bikes, and they were like, "You didn't go down that one path, did you?" And we're like, "Sure did. That was what we did all day."
But did
And
you
they
see
were
one?
like, "You're really lucky, because those are actually like natural habitat aggressive alligators." And I was like, "Cool."
They say that.
Marissa,
Right?
did you see one like Nate's alligator?
I definitely saw like 7 of those.
No, but were they posing like Nate's alligator?
Were they
Yeah, they were
luring
like,
you in?
"Oh my
with their-
God, look at my tail."
Welcome to our
It's
past.
interesting. That my wife's family is in Florida, and for years we say that we've never seen an alligator in person, and we've been to Florida a lot, and we've never seen one. So we thought, no, this is impossible. There's no way that these actually exist outside of a zoo. Like, they're not real. And it took a long time before my wife actually went on a dedicated trip to finding an alligator, and she's got video footage of one swimming around in the water somewhere. And later on, I think I might have saw one, but it was kind of in a public area, like in a park. But I'm not convinced yet that they're.
Well, you know, I mean, it might just be because we've been in quarantine too long, but
Yeah.
something about that alligator.
I mean, the lizard people.
Okay, who wants to show off next?
That alligator got a phone number.
Next fear.
I think I misunderstood it.
Oh, God.
What did you
I thought it
draw?
was, well, I can't really draw the fear of heights, which is what mine is. So
Oh,
I
you
just made
can.
someone. So I made someone else's fear look silly.
It's my alligator, isn't it? It is. Oh.
Hello.
Can you get that?
Let me try. Like, you
That's
they
very
can
nice.
see it in the. I'm looking at the chat. They can see it in the top right, but I'm trying to see what we can do to like make it bigger without having Nate quit his feed.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you can just click on it and it'll,
Oh, jeez.
or Nate can on his end if he's sharing the screen.
I pinned video. What does Spotlight video do?
Spotlight, I think, might bring it to the forefront.
Yeah, that's what I just clicked it. There's like a 6-second delay on the live from what we do. So give it a sec.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I absolutely love that, but I hate talking because I'm afraid it'll pull my face up.
Yeah, that didn't work. Well, actually, I mean, they can see it pretty clearly on the, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a snake I would not be scared of.
Right.
Have my vote.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So I drew somebody else's fear. Like, you're a hero right now, is what.
Nate, it's not as sexy as your alligator, but it's funny.
It's got color, so that's a start.
See, I thought we were making a fear silly.
Yes, that was it.
Okay. Not a silly fear.
It wasn't our personal fear, though?
Well, it was, but he said fear of heights was too hard.
Just want to make sure I didn't out myself for no reason.
I draw mine, so, you know. He's
Okay,
kind of
next.
with me.
Next is Gary, right?
I'll go.
Yeah.
I am terrified of Wendigos, so
Oh, that's so good.
he's like wearing braces and has like a unibrow, and he's got like, he's like, look.
Bonus points for sound effects.
Look at that, yeah, those braces, man. Look at that.
Looks silly.
He's like, I'm laid on death.
I'm terrified of Wendigos.
And you drew that in like 15 minutes.
Dude, it's all stacking shapes and stuff. It's a hat trick, man. Dude, it's not that great, but thank you.
I mean, listen, you don't understand. Like, my only applicable skill, Gary, is talking. So,
Well, it's
No,
doing
honestly,
you wonders, man. Like, that's
my biggest fear, I mean, is spiders, but probably a close second would be is losing my voice.
Oh, man.
No joke. Yeah. Anyway,
Dude,
Anna,
every year after con, like back when I'd go like in the early 2000s, every single Sunday I would not have a voice. I'd lose my voice every single year at con because I would just talk to so many people
Sure.
at the table. My voice would be gone. You know, I should have learned sign language by now because I wouldn't be able to talk.
Okay, who's next? So Anna.
Okay, so mine's not all that great, but fear of heights and falling. So I had stick figure falling into a thing of
okay.
yeah.
you can't. Is that,
Oh, like
Two?
no.
Is that a fear of heights? Is that what you said?
Yeah, fear of heights, fear of falling. Yeah, so
What are you falling into?
a ball pit.
Nice.
That'd be all right.
You know how you get rid of that phobia? You jump out of a plane.
No, you don't.
Well, I've done.
There you do.
You know, I've done rappelling and stuff like that. I still don't like heights. So
I'm an aerial artist, Gary. I literally do circus aerial arts for a living, and I'm still scared of heights.
I never was. I always did really stupid crap really high up in the air, and it never bothered me. I just never, maybe if I get to a certain height, I just assume that the ground cannot be that far away. Like it's delusion. So I never really bothered me.
But see,
Your
that's the thing.
brain is way cooler than mine.
But that's the thing. When you jump out of a plane, you don't worry about the ground. You're so far up, you're just like,
Right, exactly. When I did one for my graduation present ice guys, I did.
yeah, see, you know.
It's like
Okay.
at a certain point,
I
there
hear
is no
you.
up or down. Like it's all just kind of open space.
Yeah, you're like, we're here.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay, guys, I'm giving Anna double bonus points. What? Because Dan was afraid to draw fear of heights, and she was not.
Oh.
Oh,
See what you did there, Dan?
that's so meta.
I can't argue with you there. All right.
Bella, you're okay.
All right. Do you guys want to keep going?
I want to hear their answers to my question.
Okay.
You want to re-ask the question?
Yes. I would like to know when you get stuck, you're plateaued, you're in a artist block. What do you do to get yourself out of it, and what does that look like for you?
Okay. Well, I have the luxury of doing a lot of my art for other people. So when it comes to my own creative like block, actually for me, doing my own work for myself, representing myself is actually very difficult for me. I can anywhere from logos to site designs to tattoos. Like I can do, people have my work everywhere, but if it ever came down to me, that's my hardest thing to get over. So I have the luxury of doing artwork for other people just to kind of get my gears turning. And then as I do work for them and I hear their ideas and I hear their input, like it kind of inspires like, oh, that's pretty cool. And even though the images in my head don't apply to what they need, I keep it like, I kind of keep like an armory of tricks, an armory of ideas that when it comes down to just sitting down and doing stuff for me, I have like a collection of things, because the hardest part and the most crippling thing in my process is coming up with the idea. Once it's in my head, once I understand what I need to do and what's expected, like all I have to do is just do it. It's
Absolutely.
So in the event that I'm not being hired to do something, people like free stuff too. Like, hey, I've been really wanting to learn this over here. I've been wanting to learn this part of animation or this part of, you know, and so if you want this, if you don't mind me taking the time to learn it while I do it, in the end, if it has an end goal, if it has a place to go instead of just sitting on my hard drive or getting deleted, like that's usually enough for me to sit down with it. And then once I get going, then I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, I'm
Right.
so cool. I go from like, I don't know what I'm doing to, oh, Nate, you're so awesome. And like, you know. That's my story.
What about you, Dan?
A lot of times what I do is I actually went over probably way longer than 10 years without doing anything. And how I got myself kind of kicked into doing it again is art challenges. I started doing Inktober about 3, maybe 4 years ago to kind of get myself back into the habit.
Absolutely. So what is it about the challenge that like kind of drives it for you?
I think it's kind of playing off what Nate said, is it just gave me something to not think about other than like a vague prompt.
Right. No pressure.
And then every day just kind of go with that, and it just sort of like got things going, and just kind of, and especially got me into the habit of trying to do something every day.
Absolutely. What about you, Anna?
Usually when I'm stuck, I'll play video games for a while.
Oh yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Gary?
So, are you talking about stuck, or are you talking about like burnout, or both even? Because
Whatever you want to talk about.
hand in hand, burnout and being stuck kind of go hand in hand, because if you get stuck long enough, you will face burnout because you're trying to just overwork yourself, or trying to, you're like, okay, I can't work this idea, or I can't do this. You're telling yourself, I can't, and I can't figure this out. So yeah, you're gonna burn yourself out. But what I like to do if I get stuck or have artist block or whatever, one of my two of the things I like to do, one, I like to just go learn something new, or I'll go watch some lectures from some artists that I really, really like and admire. And sometimes I take like workshops from them and stuff too, which is definitely worth the money. If anyone out there is serious about doing art, take a workshop from somebody. Or one of your favorite artists, just take a workshop from them. It helps out tremendously. Another thing I do is I go back and look at my old work and see what kind of ideas I've had in the past and stuff, which inspires me now and has helped me now with kind of like it's almost like meal prepping. Like if you look at my sketchbooks, you'll see a bunch of like, Nate knows this, and Nate and Anna see my books all the time. Like I have tons of just like little preliminary like drawings and sketches and like character designs next to those, and it's like I'm not going to do that right away. It's just an idea that I had. So when I go back, I can look into my Sears catalog and pick any piece that I want to do from something close to it. And then, you never go hungry after that because you're stocking your fridge while you're eating your food over here. So
And there were times where you went back on stuff you completed before and then like did them now years later.
yeah.
And just see the wild difference between
Yes.
what,
I'm glad you said that because if there are any like younger artists listening to this, what you said. Repeat what you just said. Say it again, dude. Say it again.
At one point when you were what you thought was the height of your game, you take a drawing from like years ago, and then you can apply all the things you've learned by redrawing that same thing again.
Do you remember what I
did that
on my
between then and
Instagram?
now?
I actually did that exercise on my Instagram. I took some art that I did like in high school, my early adult years. I think the newest piece was probably like when I was 22 or so. And I went back and redrew some of those things, even with some of the same materials, and you can definitely see like the growth there. And I think a lot of younger artists, people are like, oh, I don't think my stuff that's great. They don't see their own growth. Even if you look at your stuff from when you were 10 to like 13, 13 to 15, 15 to 18, 18 to 21, the further and further you go, the better and better you're going to get. And I think that we need to remind ourselves, even my wife had to remind me like beforehand, is like, hey, you need to go back and look at your growth and don't worry about, trying to conquer these mountains and these hills so quick, just focus on that. And then once I started doing that and just worrying about my own growth and stuff, and then hooking up with, these guys here, Nate, James, and Anna, I mean, it's helped out tremendously, man. And that's another thing. Get a good support system.
Yeah. Especially if you're like, because a lot of people, like, they look back in their books in high school and they realize, like, they just have all these drawings. Nobody's really seen them. Nobody knows what to do with them.
Dude, there's ideas that I'll find in my old work, like high school, junior high. And I'm like, dude, that's cool. I want to, like, revamp that or do something different with that.
Right.
That's a neat idea. It's not like you're stealing it.
To like inspire me to, like, oh yeah, I could take all those drawings and I can print a book of all of them and sell them, or at least catalog them and have them archived for my own sake, But a lot of people want to see that stuff, especially a book that you actually got recently, wasn't it? Where I can't remember her name, but she did all the drawings from years ago, and then the page after was all the new revised versions, and that was a book of its own. It was like and that's like a cool idea. It just gives you an outlet that I wouldn't have known if it hadn't been for other people like with Gary and Anna and all that. Like they don't, like there's just different avenues that you can take with what little you're doing instead of just throwing it out or putting it in a notebook and never seeing it again. Like, it's valuable information for somebody somewhere.
I know this guy, he used to draw everything on loose leaf paper and he would just throw it away after he was done with it. And I'd always just chew his ass every single time. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Stop throwing away those loose leaves. He finally got that I was talking about him.
Is that guy right there?
Turn around. No,
right
like
there?
he would do like these really like bitchin' drawings, man, and they'd be on loose leaf paper. I'm like, hey, where's that drawing guy? He's like, I don't know where I do. I was like, dude.
Yeah, I found some in storage.
And I started making them draw on sketchbooks, so now like all his cool drawings can stay centralized.
Well, hey guys, are you ready to do one more? Are you wanting to stay on longer?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do one more.
Cats.
Okay, I'm going to read you a few of the prompts these people shared with me. I've picked what I want you to do, but you got to hear these.
Actually,
some options were a Phantom of the Opera podiatrist, superhero sidekicks, Ursula as a McDonald's employee, a Disney princess gynecologist,
Oh,
She-Hulk as the Avon lady,
whoa,
an
whoa.
insurance adjuster, the Condiment King as a hand model,
that sounds like Mike Decker.
and some beautiful woman named Lauren, Gary,
Oh.
that Gandalf as an Instagram influencer. Which I did enjoy.
So can we do any of those?
Well, I'm thinking the one I want to mishmash a few. I think
Cool.
I like the fast food employee idea.
Yeah, fast food employee is a good one. For sure.
It can be I'm gonna let you do either a superhero, a Disney villain, or princess, your choice.
All right.
And early in the feed, somebody wanted Quarantini in there. So if you can work a Quarantini into your person's fast food picture.
Wait, I'm a grandpa. What's a quarantini again? Is that like a...
What?
I don't know what things are. I'm old.
It's a quarantine martini. It's a drink you drink in quarantine.
Gotcha.
So,
I was like, what is that? Some kind of Pokemon? What are you talking about?
It's pop culture, baby.
Okay, boomer.
it's a
Yeah, one of
Disney
the-
No,
villain.
it was from I think millennial. I don't know.
I'm 38, man, so I'm not a millennial.
I'm a millennial, but I'm not an asshole, so watch it.
I'm an old chick, so I got it down.
Yeah, but you looking good, baby. You looking good.
Why, thank you.
So we're doing a Disney villain with a Quarantini.
Well, it is your choice. Any character you like, a Disney character or a superhero,
Okay.
working in fast food. Bonus if they have a quarantini.
Okay.
Just draw me right now.
Black Widow with a gin and tonic.
Okay. You know what? I'll do it.
I'm gonna give you 10 minutes, but you take
Get
as long as you feel like.
Y'all better get these cheekbones right, or I'm gonna be pissed.
You got it. I'm on it.
Oh, Doc in the chat just said Quarantini could be a superheroine name too.
It could.
That
would-
would have been a good prompt. I love the fact that out of all the artists we have on here, Zach and Nate are the only two we can see on the feed.
Well, here's the thing. I completely agree and understand with everybody else abandoning it. Like I haven't really had that. I think it's cool. I think it's fun, but it's very unfunctional as far as, you know.
Oh, I get that.
It's a party trick, really. I'm not liking the pen work either, but you know.
I'm thinking it's one of those new things you get used to.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I'm not, you know, my career's not on the line that I know of.
Zach, I believe in you. You can do this.
I'm doing it, man.
He is doing it.
Okay, let's all list our favorite. You have to pick one. You do not get a top 3, top 5, whatever. Number 1 favorite comic book character.
Wonder Woman.
Hands down.
We know, Deanna. We know.
So
There she goes.
Please say it again with the crown on. Wonder Woman.
I was hoping you would. Oh, Zach, I love you so much.
Love you too. Now, excuse me as I win this contest.
Wait, who else are favorite superheroes?
No, not superhero, comic book characters.
I apologize.
You have to be a hero.
That's
You could
true.
be.
I read less superhero comics now and more indie comics. Stop
Well-
posing, Marissa.
Well, I'm posing for Zach.
Okay.
I like Doctor Doom when he's written well. I really love Doctor Doom. I've always loved Doctor Doom because he's not really a hero or a villain at all. And I just think he's
Right.
a cool, deep character, and like his motives are way different than any other quote unquote villain out there. So I like her. I've always loved her from the time I was a kid to like as an adult. And now I love him. He's just awesome. Victor's the man. I can't wait till he gets to the MCU because everyone's gonna have to duck and hide. Can't wait.
I completely.
I missed who you said. Who?
Dr. Doom.
I have to just say my favorite really quickly because I'm not drawing, so I'm going to take the time to do it. Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk, is literally my #1 favorite all-time character. I love her so much. I think she is underrated as hell, and I'm a bit nervous to see what Disney does with her. I'll be very honest. I have all the comics. I have all the books. I have all the figurines. She's my favorite. So I really hope they don't mess her up. I love the fact that She-Hulk is sassy as hell, and she's just kind of like feeling herself. Basically, like Jennifer turns into She-Hulk and she's just like, I am a bad bitch, and that is that. Exactly. You're laughing, but it's like, yeah.
No, it's totally true. No, She-Hulk's awesome, man. She's, you know, I was actually introduced to her in the Long Shot comic when I was a kid, and I was like, this is really cool. She's a really cool character. No, she's awesome, man.
She's dope, and I just really, I think that I read a couple actresses or actors or whatever, I don't know the PC term for that anymore, but actors that were going to play her, and I was like, I can't even imagine who would play She-Hulk, so I have no expectation for that. I just really want them to show the two sides of Jennifer Walters, who is a very charismatic person and is a lawyer and is super intelligent, but showing this very party girl, She-Hulk, sassy queen that She-Hulk really is, who can also kick ass.
Marissa, have patience, because the first picture I saw of Gal Gadot, I probably said her name wrong, she was stick skinny, and they said she was Wonder Woman, and I was angry.
Yeah.
I think she blew that part away. I
100%.
love that woman, and I think Wonder Woman movie was almost everything I hoped for. And I'm the girl that thought Linda Carter was just a god when I was 6.
Well, my thing is that I actually hope that they have someone of a larger body type playing She-Hulk, because I would really love to see some diversity in body types. So
like Gina Carano, she's awesome because she's like built like a stout chick. I love that.
Yes, yeah, like I would really love to see them kind of go out of the model, well, not even model, just like a normal person's body.
She shouldn't look like she's on the CW. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What did you guys think if Ronda Rousey would play it?
Oh God. I would
Nice
hope
shape,
that
though.
he would not play She-Hulk.
I wasn't really a fan of her as Sonya Blade.
I think if she worked out, Aubrey Plaza would be pretty good.
Oh, she totally would.
A little bit.
I don't even, and that's the thing that I think I'm trying to comment on is to me, if like it was the right personality, I don't really care what your body looks like. Like, I would hope that they would just CGI the shit out of you so that you would look massive anyways.
Yeah, you'd have to with a character like her.
Right. It's like, it's going to be Mark Ruffalo again, but a female, if they're doing it correctly. And if they don't make She-Hulk that big, then they're doing the character a disservice anyways.
Yeah, because she like changes height and everything, man.
She's 7'4". I just ordered a cosplay of hers. I got it custom made for the kind of late 1980s, early 90s white and purple leotard look. And I'm a stilt walker, so I'm going to have some purple, lime green stilt legs made so that I can have some fabric at the bottom of the legs to be green, and I'm going to do a She-Hulk cosplay on stilts.
I love it. I dig it.
Thank you. It's basically been a dream for 7 years. But
2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys.
Oh, I still have time.
also, we don't have to keep talking about She-Hulk because this is not about me, it's about the artist. So, let's see. Anna, favorite comic character ever? Number 1.
I would probably have to say Captain America.
Good old classic.
Lucas would agree with you.
Who?
Lucas Waldron. Captain America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking Lucas what his favorite superhero was. I'm like, he's not here.
Okay, Dan, favorite comic character ever?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Classic.
I love a Peter Parker. We stand
Peter Parker in this house.
Peter Parker in this house. And we stand all of the Spider-Man canon because they've knocked it out of the park.
30 seconds, guys. Are we almost ready?
No.
My
No
personal.
pressure because there's no real rules here, Mom.
Get ready. And we haven't voted once, and I've given points to random people. And I haven't given actual points.
But Mom,
This was not well thought out. It was thrown together quickly, but I hope people are enjoying
Exactly.
it because it's fun.
Yeah, still fun.
I mean, I learned that I don't really want to use this program like on a serious note, you know. Like it's cool for, you know, the group thing, but
Well, my kids are all grown, so if you guys would like to meet once a week and just me tell you what to do, I'm in.
There you go.
and I just want to be here for the nerd chat, Deanna. And I would also like to say that Playco still needs to use Evan as a dinosaur.
Okay. Does he have a suit?
He's in his man cave. Let me see if I can lure him out. Come hither, dragon. Evan, will you play a dinosaur for Playco Games? You're on the Facebook feed. You have to give a real answer.
And you're clothed.
Or like,
You're gonna be in an inflatable dinosaur suit.
oh, of course.
Guys, can you see me?
There you sit.
Do you see these giant dice?
Yes.
Yeah.
These are in the process of being a giant dinosaur game that would have been ready for Visioncon if we had had a physical one.
You would have
Next
thrown.
year.
Apparently. He would have thrown those at people, right?
Yeah.
No. You roll those. If Evan the dinosaur shows up, they throw bones at him or they die.
I like
Throw things at Evan. Got it.
What kind of dinosaur is Evan? Let's make him act it out.
That one. That'll work. You hired. The pay is nothing.
tiny arms.
The pay is nothing, Evan. It's fine. I'm a circus artist.
It sounds like you gotta throw
The
things, so
circus
I'm-
community is used to that.
Okay.
I imagine exposure for a dinosaur is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's essentially an extinct bird.
I mean,
All
we have a
right,
whole
Zach or Nate,
series of
who's in
movies that
charge of
it was
what's
a bad idea,
showing?
Of what's showing, Nate is.
Nate, I would like you to one by one show everybody's stuff.
but- Okay. Well, me and Zach are the only ones still playing in this setup, so.
If you guys are still watching,
happened?
I would like you to comment. Like give us a comment and let us know that you're still watching.
We lost part of Zach's drawing.
Yeah, I'll fix it real quick. Yeah, I don't know what happened. When
Draw
he,
Nate's lair?
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not 100% sure what layers are. Well, I mean, I understand what they are in the colloquial sense, but not in Photoshop.
I was like, let me get my Webster's out really quick.
So this is, Marissa said someone draw her, so this was my best attempt at drawing Marissa.
I see it.
I like the little liquor jug.
Yeah, it has XXX, so you know it's liquor.
I'm gonna take a picture of that.
Well,
Zach,
this
Zach,
was Marissa's.
her hair is curled tonight. You should have put some curls in the hair.
Well, you know, I didn't think of that.
Look at these bouncy ass, luscious locks, Zach.
Otherwise, perfection.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's like an umbrella.
We're gonna say that this was a W, Marissa, and not my attempt to draw your.
Yeah, that was the next thing. I was like, well, you know.
Yeah, it's you know, I did the best I could.
It was better. It's
Okay, with that
than my
comment,
alligator.
next drawing, because I'm dying.
I look great. I don't care what all of you say.
Thank you.
Yes, you do. We're all in support of you.
All right, Nate.
All right, Nate, who's next?
Well, on the screen then, we'll. Oops. We have that's mine. I was actually just like Ursula. I like the idea of Ursula. I was going to draw a lot more.
Really good.
But
I see her at McDonald's. I do.
I feel like that kind of looks like me with the M on the cap. It's like I'm wearing my own branding.
Well, that wasn't intentional. So I think that's all of us that are playing on the screen. And then the others will have to show in their chat, right?
Yeah. I did Mysterio working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I love it.
Very nice. Zach, can you pin the person showing their art so it stays up?
I mean, I can pin it, but they'll only be able to see it in the top right. It won't go into the full screen.
No, that's fine. It stays longer.
Okay,
When we
who's showing their
laugh,
art right now?
It goes away.
Who's showing their art right now?
I am.
Dan.
Dan.
All right, your video's pinned. Oh, I dig that a lot.
Thanks.
Nice. But is he holding a cocktail?
No.
Oh, make it bonus.
I was gonna do him hovering, some French fries, possibly a cocktail in the other hand, but
We always need both. I need French fries and gin.
No, you get the French fries after the gin, for sure. Or you stop at Taco Bell.
You can
It's
dip
weird. There's
it.
some weird shadowing at the bottom of the screen. It looked like you were trying to edit something.
I was gonna do his smoke.
Oh, okay. I was like pixelating something. Like, what is he reaching for?
Yeah, I started working on his smoke, and I was like, I'm out of time.
Getting all fancy.
Good to know your brain went there, Nate. Interesting.
Yes, you did. We all knew my brain would go there. And silence.
Next.
Well, I guess Gary's like holding out for the
Well,
last.
I thought Anna was still on here.
Oh yeah, Anna, go for it.
Can you see it?
Yeah,
Ah, that's funny.
Here,
That's
I'll pin
cute.
it.
Yeah, I figured.
That's so cute. I love it.
Aww.
I can
Cute.
but in fast food.
Wait, I can't see her hand. Is that a quarantini?
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a little
It is.
tiny glass.
Cute. That drink is not big enough for me, but it's cute.
All right. Guess I won't show mine.
Gary did hold out till last, didn't he?
I did Doctor Strange working at Whiz Burger.
Shut the oh my God.
Go, like I'm trying to keep it PG and everything, but go fuck yourself.
Really, Gary?
Yeah. You told me to draw it. I
So
drew it.
far, Zach.
You know what? Now I'm just hungry.
I put all my time and effort of trying to encapsulate the living masterpiece that is Marissa, and then you just draw that.
With Doctor Strange.
And it's funny too. That's the worst.
I'll actually send this to you guys so you guys can post it or whatever.
Oh, I'm gonna frame
All
it.
of you, please, all of you, send us your drawings if you've saved them, because we would love to post
Yeah, we
them.
will. Well, I will.
Actually, you guys, I made an event for this. If you could share them in the event.
I've been erasing them.
Nate.
Wow, Nate.
I took a picture of my Marissa.
Nate, I need you to redraw everything you do
Everything.
tonight, plus one more drawing as punishment.
Nate, I'd like a self-portrait, please. Thanks.
Okay.
And I want it to look like this.
It was gonna look like that anyway.
You're right. You're completely right.
No, I mean, right? Well, because everything we've been doing, and I think Zach's been deleting his too, like erasing.
I've been erasing mine as well. Though I took
you
a
know.
picture of the one I did of Marissa.
That's the privilege of
You
being the cool kids.
bastard.
That stick with the program. You get to do what we want.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on and doing this. I wish it was more organized, but
Oh, this is fun. This is perfect.
This is about as
most of
organized
this
as they
virtual
usually get.
Visioncon was us last minute saying, "Hey, we want to do something."
Right.
It made it work though.
Yeah, it was good.
And
Absolutely.
you guys should do this more often. I love watching you guys draw.
Well,
Fun.
we're gonna have to come up with a different format than this because I'm with Gary. I probably should have abandoned this thing early, but I.
It's a little trickier. It's definitely tricky compared to like some of the other online stuff I've used like that. How's that
Figure it out for
paintbrush?
next time.
Right.
I used a
Switching
pencil.
off. Oop.
How's that paintbrush compared to that pencil?
It's not much different, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's free and it's still early, it seems.
Yeah, no, I mean it's cool. It's impressive. I mean, it definitely has its charm, and it's.
Oh yeah. It's fun for sure. I'd probably have to treat it the way I do when I use Autodesk, like Sketchbook Pro, just kind of do everything in chunky shapes and all that.
Yeah.
Kind of refine it.
Hey, Gary,
I see a
actually,
heart.
serious question, Gary. I've
yeah.
actually really wanted to get into Graveyard Slaughter, and I haven't really seen a lot of your guys' work myself. So where can I go to buy it online? Since obviously I can't buy it from you physically due to the pandemic.
www.graveyardslaughter.com.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
And Zach, until your copy shows up, I will read it to you online if you'd like. Very good.
You're the sweetest.
Fun.
Wonder Woman will read you a bedtime story.
Hell yeah. I love my
Gary, I really do want my own video card, though.
Do you not have one, or did Mike just get his?
Mike bogarted it. I'm very jealous.
Bogart.
So, yeah, for those that don't know, we released Graveyard Slaughter, the Kickstarter campaign. We gave out, which I don't know, a lot of people at the shows had these here, the Be Kind, Rewind, or Die sticker.
Got it.
But only if you did the Kickstarter, you got a Video Hell rental card. And then, you give us your soul, you put your name on the back there. And it just looks like one of those old, if you're old enough to remember a video card.
Wait, isn't there, what's the number on it? You told me the number was secret.
Yes, the number on the back actually says Be Kind, Rewind, or Die. Like every number represents a letter in the alphabet.
So clever.
So
We went really, really meta with that project, man. there's like fake ads in it, and you know, we treat the companies in the book like they're real companies, even down to like how the book is formatted. Because I don't know if you noticed, Dan, at the end of Graveyard Slaughter, we put the credits in the back and not the front, because we treated it more like a movie instead of a comic book. That was one of the big things that, because I was the co-creator on the project, is like, I don't want it to feel like a comic book at all. They're like, but we're making a comic book. I'm like, no, I know, but I don't want it to feel like a comic book at all. And they were stupid enough to trust me. No, they trusted me.
That was brilliant. And I'm a Blockbuster video girl. I mean, like, I'm old enough to know what that was. I have VHS tape still. I get it.
Yeah.
Same.
Check this out. Hold on. When's the last time you guys seen these?
In my house?
Oh yeah.
I want to get these transferred over to like DVD or something electronic, because I mean, they don't have these versions on DVD anymore.
Gary, I have an AT-AT and a Millennium Falcon in my garage at Lake of the Ozark.
You have what now?
An AT-AT and a Millennium Falcon from the original Toy Series.
Oh, really?
I do. Every garage sale I have, people are like, how much is that? I'm like, it's not for you.
There's my Kenner Star Wars collection.
There you go. All right, guys. Actually, Nate, thank you for posting that or drawing that, because that kind of reminds me of something I wanted to do before we hopped off here. It's getting a little late, so we'll probably stop recording pretty quick. But first, before we did, is there anything that each of you want to plug real quick one more time before we head out? Let's start with you, Nate.
Yeah, I've got Mammoth Press LLC, which is the graphic design, illustration, advertising, the big, fancy corporate business stuff at mammothpressllc.com, or Nate at mammothpressllc.com. And then there's my continuing comic series called Potbelly Mammoth at potbellymammoth.com. You'll find content for volume 1, but volume 2 is currently underway and being posted weekly with additional bonus content at Patreon on patreon.com/potbellymammoth.com.
All right, and then actually, can you get out of the screen share so we can see your guys' faces big?
Yep.
That was a sentence that worked. All right, and then, Anna, go.
Oh, well, I guess the only thing I got is my DeviantArt account, which I think that was posted in the feed earlier. It was deviantart.com/AOI-RYU. You want to check that stuff out?
Absolutely. Thank you, Anna. And then Gary, go.
You know what it is. Artist Gary Bedell, Instagram, Facebook, graveyardslaughter.com. Get yourself one of these. If you don't have it, I don't know what the hell you're doing.
Well, I'll have one soon. Marissa, Deanna, is there anything for us to really plug? Oh, Dan, I'm sorry. You were on the other side of the stream. What's going on, Dan? Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, just my Instagram. That's it. DMS Dragon.
All right, and we'll post all these links to you guys either in the chat or post on later on this video because we're recording it. Deanna, Marissa, is there anything we want to plug?
Yeah, Zach, all of the live stuff will be on YouTube eventually when all of us volunteers have time.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Forgive me, guys. I mean, it's not going to be, soon because, we are volunteers and, we are working on this all weekend, but it will.
We all have jobs, but we're still working.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to?
And all of the stuff that was recorded is already on YouTube. Go check it out.
Nice. Do you want us to just post those drawings on the event for this, or just?
That would be perfect.
Is it for this event in particular, or is it like the Visioncon overall event?
Visioncon overall event.
Okay.
I made a Visioncon drink and draw event.
Oh, okay.
If you have not seen it, Bob Ross is painting happy trees over Visioncon, holding a platter of
Actually, about a year ago or 2 years ago, I was asked about hosting a panel or an event at the Visioncon in person of a Bob Ross painting.
Really?
I don't remember who it was that asked me about it. I was posting some of my own Bob Ross paintings when I got into oil painting. And I said, yeah, it'll be pretty expensive in supplies, but we could probably do something with like acrylics that's similar. And then it kind of fell through probably because, the world ended. So if that's an interest, if people are interested, I think that'd still be a lot of fun. If you want to segue into Bob Ross next year.
Let's do it.
Sure. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording real quick, guys. All right, you guys all say bye.
Okay, bye.
Hey.
There it is.
Thank you guys so much.